Hello everyone, this is Captain Lee, speaking from Taipei, Taiwan. Today we will continue our review of the Sanchi's collision case. The collision time is 1950. So we found some timelines set out by the Iranian investigation official on the investigation report. In the first joint meeting, the Iranian official stated the original CPA is 0.3, crossing astern of Sanchi. This means the Sanchi will passing the collision point earlier than CF Crystal, but in some time period, it is verified later that at the 1941, 9 minutes before the collision, the CF Crystal had changed course from 217 to 225. This 0.3 nautical mile to collision is due to this course change of 8 degrees. We see right now this light green speed vector is CF Crystal's 9-minute speed vector, which indicate these three vessels were passing same spot at maybe 1948, because by that time is 1939. Sanchi's speed vector were passing this purple spot on the picture, which is the collision point with CF Crystal and also with the stable-sized fishing vessel. But at this time, maybe the CF Crystal give way to this small fishing vessel of the Hyundai U, as we said before. So this course change avoid the collision with the Hyundai U, but this course change create new situation for the Sanchi, because original the Sanchi can passing CF Crystal's bow at 1948, but the CF Crystal outer course from 217 to 225 at 1941, which shift the collision point from 9 minutes to 11 minutes at the time of 1939, which caused the collision. So maybe this is the overlook of the third man, his misjudgment of the situation. Because what? Because that's what we were trying to make everybody aware of these things. The small course change will change your collision point, which might, like this case, originally it's okay to pass that Sanchi passing ahead, but you change course to stop side. You create new situation for collision, which cost 32 lives of the motor vessel Sanchi. This bloody lesson causing precious human life. But nobody wants to mention the truth. So this is part of the shame. If we only to protect some individual's career, actually for him I think is not so much career ahead. Maybe another human life lost because of everybody cover up the truth. So that's what scenario. Okay, let's check on this timetable. In the white row, there was UTC times, and the green was the course and the speed of Sanchi. The blue part is CF crystal. This data including the heading, which was 358 right now. The Sanchi was quite steady, and course over ground 358, and speed 10.5 knots, 10.4 knots, longitude and latitude. Okay, we understand the basic of the table, and let's see what was in the blue color representative the heading 223, 222, 225, and the course over ground is from 219 to 223. The speed 13.2 knots, latitude, longitude. The distance bearing of two targets. The distance at 9-10 minutes was about 3.5 nautical miles. The bearing is changing from 24.2 degree to 24.7 degree. So actually the bearing have a little bit changed, but this is look like no argument, very simple one. The bearing changed, but they didn't mention one thing. There was some phenomena that's called Blossom effect. That means the same size target, if it's located in a closer range, the target will getting bigger, both by the bearing and the visual. Like this vessel, when he is far away, just like a small pot, but when it comes too close, they become bigger and bigger. So the correct bearing taken is the bearing's stern bearing. That means if you take the bearing of other ship's stern, you can correctly estimate the passings, which side he will passing. If you taking other vessel bearing from its bow, then it's not correct. Okay, we see a 6-minute TCPA, maybe not the correct one, but the collision time is about 1950. So this is about 1944 hours at the local time. The distance, two ships distance is getting closer from 2.2 nautical mile to 1.1, 3 minutes before the collision, and the bearing was a little bit increased, but this is not enough. For a big vessel, the bearing increase were from 1 degree to 20 degrees, all taken by the target. If you have a collision, your bow hitting this vessel, you will find her bearing from her bow to stern will take the bearing about 180 degrees. Whole half compass bearing were taken by the target. That is the effect of collision. When you hit something, it just takes hold your front side. You have nowhere to hide, nowhere to go. Every direction is collision. So avoid the target when they were still small. That is, take early action. When each time you see one target getting bigger and bigger, that means your distance is closer and closer. When two targets distance coming to zero, like we see on this picture right now, the CPA is 0.02. That means you are about to collision. The distance close 0.2 nautical mile. Maybe you have no idea what's the ship length. 270 is about 1.5. Cable is 0.15 nautical mile. So at this time, collision maybe already happened. So not only the ship length have to take in consideration, but also ship's maneuvering character need to consideration. All in all, we need 3 minutes as minimum margin for on-ship maneuvering. But if only for collision avoidance, we need two cable, 0.2 nautical mile, to avoid the collision spot. That's what we see in this case. The Sanchi and the Crystal have 0.3 nautical cable to spare when the time was 1939, when Crystal was on course of 217. But since Crystal changed course to 225, decrease this 0.3 nautical mile, so the collision happened. Usually for the target is far away, the collision is like avoid a point, collision point. So at 4 nautical mile away, we need only change the course 5 degrees to avoid collision. But when the target coming closer, it's become a line. This line is 3-minute speed vector, which we should not come across with our coastline or our speed vector. 3-minute speed vector can avoid collision. But when the target is at very close range, it's almost impossible to avoid the collision. So always keep a sharp lookout for the target within your 3-minute speed vector can cover. This is your death zone. Anything come into this zone, your destination almost fixed. You cannot change your fate or your last effort.